Hi, I'm Susan. Here's the title of my article today. My message is, I'm your fairy godmother, or is it godfather? Your every wish is my command. Are these the words of the universe? Or words of the source? Oh, how we hate to use the word God. How embarrassing. The universe, or the source, or maybe just energy, that relieves me of the thought of someone who might be tempted to label me as religious, or as someone who might really believe that fairy tale book called the Bible, right? So, what are there, over 6 billion people now on Earth? And how many conversions are there each day, each week, each month, each year, from believing in a real live God, as described in the Bible, to a fairy tale gift giver? Make your every wish come true. Just say it and it's yours, God. Just close your eyes and visualize in your mind what you want and then say it out loud. Right? Oh, and just keep saying it. And guess what happens? Well, your little genie, the universe, has to obey you and your words because you're so powerful. Right again? Let me ask you a question. Where do you think all that power comes from? Do you really think it comes from you and your words? No, I mean originally. I mean, if you send out an email or a squeeze page or a letter offering a free e-zine, is that offer free just because you're a good guy or a good gal who truly cares that your newsletter blesses people? Listen, you are willing to give something for nothing, knowing that the free info is truly blessing someone, no doubt. Well, why don't you just show up in someone's email and say, "Hi, will you buy my product or service today, please?" Wouldn't that be much simpler than email after email, squeeze page after squeeze page, until you finally convince them with a guilt trip or a fear tactic? We like to call it building a relationship. But you see, the bottom line is you want to win. You've done your part, and now you want your pockets lined with that green stuff. Oh, you mean nothing's for free? Gee, and I thought they really cared about me. You know, it's really a good feeling to think that people truly care. And friend, listen to this, some really do. They truly do. The difficult part in life is the division, being able to exercise enough discernment to divide the true from the false, so we know those who truly care, as opposed to those who are only around for the what's in it for me. Now, I, for one, am certainly not against having money or things. Neither is God. Hello? I've combed the Bible and I cannot find a description, any type of a God in there who's opposed to us being successful and prospering. Quite to the contrary. However, there is this gospel floating around which is dropping a stench of lies on the uninformed. This culture insists that God, they call him the universe, has only one agenda for people of Earth, and that is that we're to become magnets filled with power to attract, that's their favorite word, wealth and fortune to us at every turn. And any other possible reason to keep God around, well, that just seems to be remote. The magnet that people attract, you see, this false presumption that money and things, including every wish, passion, and desire of wealth, is just for the proclamation. Just speak it out, and your magic genie, the universe, begins to maneuver your wishes to come to you magically. This principle is called the law of attraction. I looked up the word attraction in my concordance, and the word is not found in the Bible. Now, the proponents of this belief have had to undermine many other concrete Christian beliefs of the Bible in order to propagate this fable. After all, it must appear appealing, or else it wouldn't be so accepted so readily. The warm and the fuzzy photo of this concept consists of some of the following. We are not accountable to a creator for our actions because no creator is in the loop. You see, we evolved from monkeys. And next, being without a creator, well, that just leaves us free to be our own boss. So therefore, authority figures are now obsolete because it's popular to do your own thing as long as it feels good to you. Well, that just eliminates guilt, doesn't it? With this mindset, there's really no concept of rebellion, since there's no one watching or caring when you don't include yourself in on the follow the rules thing anymore. This is labeled as freedom. Now, along with the money that is now magnetized to obey you and come when you call it in, do you really think that you and you alone are granting all these wonderful, magical dreams to appear just by placing certain words in the atmosphere? And here's the biggie. Do you think that after you evolved from the monkey, that the supernatural power to attract whatever you want never, ever has any negative consequences attached to it? Just magical bliss coming your way forever, right? Okay, here goes. Are you sitting down? All religions lead to God. Now, as a Christian who believes in Jesus Christ and that He is the only way to heaven, then why did I make such a blanket statement? Well, here's why. All religions do lead to God. The question is, which God? Lucifer, now called Satan, was kicked out of heaven. According to the Bible, Satan now calls himself God. And the Bible refers to him as the God of this world, meaning that all those who follow after the principles of this world have already chosen the God of this world as their God, regardless of whether they know this or believe it. Now, when you reject the God of the Bible, there's no middle ground, which means you now have chosen the other God. And here's where the deception gets heavy. Law of attraction followers are told, and they're convinced, that they are the ones who have this magical power to call things, money, etc., to themselves. The Bible does state that we can call those things which are not as though they were. It also states in the Bible that you cannot worship two gods. You see, you either will love the one and hate the other, or you will hate the one and love the other. That's Matthew 6:24. The rule on money is simply this. The love of money is the root of all evil. And when you choose to worship money over the true and living God, you now worship the other God who tricked you with a twisting of truth, a mixture of taking a simple Bible truth and mixing it with a huge lie. Once you swallow it, the damage is the same. Those deceived have their eyes on the things. They consistently give the credit to themselves for attracting the goodies, when in actually turn, it places them on the throne. Do you see the deep deception here? The true God, who really does want to give you the desire of your heart, is pushed out of the loop. You slip yourself in, feeling very powerful that you are the one causing great things to happen in your life, and all along there's a third party waiting in the wings with a little surprise down the road. Now, what causes all this to come to place anyway? Answer: a spirit of disappointment, which says, "Where are you, God? Why haven't you blessed me with the things I see others have?" And then there's the spirit of rebellion that says, "I'm not going to wait for you, God, any longer to answer my wishes. I'll get those things for myself." And then, of course, there's a spirit of pride that chimes in and says, "You deserve great things like everyone else. Why should they have and you suffer?" And, of course, let's not forget about the spirit of jealousy. That's a big driver in this life, which constantly reminds us, well, I need to have what others have. You know, one man stated, and I read recently, well, if God gives you lemonade, just find another God. Oh, my genie failed me, so I became my own God. There's no room for patience, no room for faith in anyone outside myself, right? Oh, Lord, help us to know the real truth before it's too late. Don't become a brainwashed victim. Find out what the Bible truly states, and then compare with the words of Darwin and Napoleon Hill, and exercise some discernment so truth can manifest and deception can die. You need to know the truth. I'm Susan David. I'm a Christian life coach with Susan David Life Coach. I have an online Christian newsletter that's absolutely free for the asking called The Crossroad Coach. It's a bi-monthly newsletter, and if you're ready for truth, you're tired of hype, get your free tips today. Click the link involved here, and I'll see you on the other side.